NAR comes out with 6 points, things that you should know about real estate right now. In Beaufort County, highest median income of any county in South Carolina. This week with Kim Molloy, Market Mondays. Kim?
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Take a look at the Hilton Head numbers.
I did.
What do you think? Tell everybody what's going on. Prices on Hilton Head Island, right? The market is crashing?
No, I'm so tired of hearing that. The market is not crashing. As you know, things are normalizing, people. They're normalizing. There's still a high demand for property. There are lots of buyers out there. And there's still low inventory. And so that is going to continue to drive the prices up. And it's just moving at a little bit of a slower pace.
Yeah. So you must be lying because the media keeps telling me that inventory is going up.
And that's why I'm telling my clients, don't listen to the media. You need to talk to people in the local market.
Yeah. It's probably raining somewhere today too.
It is, I'm sure.
It's not raining here though.
Not raining here.
Yeah, it's amazing how that works.
Sun is out, I know.
I mean, prices are still way up, 24% year over year. Like that's a pretty good investment.
It is, and it's still, speaking to that home appreciation value that's going to continue to go up as all the other numbers show that inventory remains low. And so, other things are down, the prices are up.
All right, you brought up inventory. How low? Kind of low? It's not as low as it was last year.
It's actually shocking. If you dig in and look at the real numbers, we are so down from last year and all the normal years before. And this is the thing where I feel like so many people don't understand. They think that we're acting like another city somewhere else, and we're not. We're different. That's because so many people are fleeing cities and moving here, and people have a lot of money to invest, and this is the perfect place. And so we are seriously low inventory still.
So for the person out there that is taking a pause, waiting for prices to crash, that really wants to buy property here, that is a very, very bad play. Inventory right now is at historic lows. Last year was record-breaking historic lows, and we are setting a whole new history this year in terms of inventory. And inventory drives price.
It does.
Every single time. Did you get a chance to read the article from NAR and Market Watch about the 6 things you should know about the housing market now? So let's just jump through these 6 things. The outlook is for mortgage rates to rise even further.
And we know this. We're hearing about that. But the one thing I always talk to my buyers about is don't let that scare you, because there's still a lot of opportunities and ways you can get creative with lending. For example, if it's not your forever home, you can always explore, an A.R.M, because those have lower rates, and that can save you a lot of money in your monthly payments.
Well, you just hit on number 2, which is some buyers may want to consider an A.R.M, right? And even if it is your forever home, right? Rates probably aren't going to stay where they are forever.
Right. So you can refinance. Yeah, and change the way you have it structured.
Yeah. There are signs that the market is cooling.
I can't stand hearing that. The market, if anything, is just normalizing. It's, we've all been at this feverish pace. Inventory has been low, and so people have just been, jumping at the first thing. And now it's just slowing down a little bit, and people can take a little bit more time to really find the right property. But the demand is still very, very high, and inventory remains low. So we're just kind of normalizing pre-COVID. We've been in this crazy state, and it can't remain there forever.
Even talking about normalizing, Kim, if we're talking nationally that the market might be normalizing, okay, right? But how can the market be normal when this last month there's 850 available properties for sale, and in a normal market, if we go back to 2017, 18, 19, the average was a little over 2,000. So there's 819 or 815 properties now, and normal is 2,000.
Right. We're still in that kind of a little bit elevated state.
For sure. Yeah. Maybe we should coin new normalizing.
Yeah, new normalizing.
New normalizing.
New normalizing.
Hey, you heard it here today first. Institutional buyers may increase competition for first-time buyers.
And that is something you guys talked about last week. And so that is still going on out there, and but there's still going to be opportunities for first-time buyers.
Home prices will continue to rise, but at a slower pace.
Yes, and that is, again, inventory driven, right? And as you spoke to the numbers here in particular, our inventory is very, very low. So we will continue, and we still have a high demand to buy. So we will continue to see those prices go up.
Completely agree. Inventory is rising.
It is. but it's still very low.
Maybe nationally it's rising, but
We've
here,
risen since January. We've risen a whole 200.
see the article about highest earning counties in South Carolina?
Yes.
Beaufort County, number one.
Number one.
The most interesting part to me was 30% above the state average, 10% above national average. Why do you think that is?
It makes sense for South Carolina. And then nationally, I think we're increasing because thanks to COVID, so many people are leaving the bigger cities and coming to our, location because they can work remotely. And so that has brought higher end earners, even more so here as residents. And that's just, driven those numbers up.
Yeah, we don't have a Gulfstream plant or a BMW or a Michelin plant right outside of our doors that, drive those higher salaries. So having people be able to work from home has created this as a full-time living option for a lot of people. And in my opinion is the reason why inventory is at, you heard it here first, historic lows on Hilton Head Island. So you got a minute to answer a couple mailbag questions for me before you go? So Lydia asks, I've lived in Bluffton for 4 years. I've already had my rent hiked up once during COVID while living in Bluffton, and I'm fearful of further increases, yet I think I'm ready to buy. Any advice?
She actually said, I don't think I'm ready to buy yet.
Oh, yet I don't think I'm ready to buy it. Oh, sorry. You still call Kim.
Here's what I would say. Are you sure you're not ready to buy? I think you might be more ready than you think. I would really recommend that you speak with a local lender and find out what your options are, because you really could be leaving money on the table. Why not begin to build your wealth instead of helping somebody else build theirs? Ultimately, you're probably going to come out ahead.
Either way, you're paying a mortgage. Right now, you're paying your landlord's mortgage.
Right.
Wouldn't it be better for you to pay your own? Noah asks, I'm a first-time home buyer and feel priced out of the Hilton Head market. Do you see prices ever returning to where they were a few years ago?
So we've been talking about this whole Market Monday. No, Noah, I don't see them dropping. But here's what I would say. If you think outside the box a little bit and expand your search, there's so much development going on out in Bluffton, in Okatee and towards Beaufort and Savannah. And there are really great home prices out there, and you might really find some really great options. So
good advice. Good advice. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Thanks for carrying me on the show today.
No, all on you. All on you.
You're the best. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thanks.